Good morning and welcome to mindfulness meditation. And just want to start by saying that one of the attitudes of mindfulness that we can nurture is a sense of gratitude. And I think this is one of the most misunderstood, aspects of mental and emotional health. There's many people who have been kind of overwhelmed with a command from others to be grateful. Count your blessings could be said to us in kind of a harsh way if we complain. And that's not really what we're after here, because truly gratitude doesn't just wipe out our suffering, and it's not an antidote to feeling things that might be difficult in life. It's really an awareness that wakes up fairly spontaneously when we are present without being so tied to the commentary of our mind. So there's a lot of research that's been done into human consciousness and cognition, and one of the things that we kind of understand now is that our commentary about our life is a big part of our emotional response and a big part of our emotional habits. And it has an influence on how we feel and how we behave. And that's why in mindfulness practice, we really diligently seek to pay attention to the part of our experience that actually exists without commentary, that exists without comparisons, that exists without judgments or labels for our experience. That part of our consciousness that's able to label and judge and compare is not wrong or bad. It just is not really the experience that I'm having right now. So you could say that all that labeling and commentary and judgment, it just tends to be more like a two-dimensional map of my life, not the actual life itself. So in mindfulness practice, we seek to actually be here, connected to life itself, whatever that is. And the experience of it, apart from words and apart from labels, is so much different than the way we move through time and space. And we can easily become, deluded to think that somehow our thoughts and our judgments and our labels are actually more important than the actual experience. And this can separate us from ourselves and from each other. So one time when I was a graduate student in San Francisco, our instructor asked us to go off onto the campus and find an object. It was a very simple exercise, but I'll always remember it. And look at that object and just sit still and take it in with our eyes and keep going to the object and to the actual experience of it through the eyes and whatever other senses come to play, without the thoughts and labels attached to it. And I remember I went out and I found a very beautiful, mature Norfolk pine. And I spent just 20 minutes just sitting on a bench, taking that tree in. And I could still connect to that experience. Very different than the words Norfolk pine, even describing its qualities. And all that is very beautiful, literature, poetry, music. It's all an attempt to describe it just tends to lend itself to labels and judgments that we replace for the actual experience. So gratitude is actually embracing the actual experience of being human in this moment and noticing that there's kind of an uplift of joy, gratitude, as I tune into this actual experience. So it might be anything. So gratitude is kind of an attitudinal experience of being in this moment, and the awareness that's deep inside of us, apart from our words, is just kind of like, wow, I'm here. And it's not perfect, but it's not horrible. And there's some things that are really alive and enlightening and energetic and interesting and beautiful and inspiring. And that's where we encounter gratitude. So encountering gratitude is very different than conjuring it up, although if I pause and just open up to my life and do a 10-finger exercise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my fingers, and just seek inside 10 things that there's a spontaneous sense of gratitude about. Research has been done on that exercise, and if it's done randomly and kind of it's just an encounter and it has an authentic feel, so it's not a rote list, it does something to allow us to kind of, okay, again, it's okay to be here. There's enough to appreciate, to just allow myself to be here and be present. So as we meditate this morning, again, I'm just going to guide us through a simple, mindful of body and breath, and then maybe with a little bit of time at the end to hold the word gratitude and seek an encounter with whatever comes up. And you might already be feeling it just by acknowledging that, where does gratitude flow in my life spontaneously? And if I can't find any, it's okay too. It's okay, no pressure, no force. So like all meditation, we just cultivate and don't try to make it happen in any particular way. So here we go. So coming to this meditation with maybe just a simple unifying notion that this is my life right here, right now. It's all that is. And we can open up to that by connecting to the sensations of our body and our breath. And perhaps you're already there just by being where you are, sitting. But we can enhance this just by noticing. Notice how you're sitting. Notice the overall energy of your body. And noticing a sense of the ground beneath you. And a sense of the gravity that holds you right here in this spot, this big, beautiful planet, pulling you down right here into this spot where you are. Noticing your feet connecting to the floor, noticing the way your body is pressing into where you're sitting. And letting yourself find the posture that you intend to have. And allowing yourself to adjust that as often and as many ways as you need to as you move through this time. And then noticing the feet, the legs, the hips, the pelvic area. Noticing the abdomen and the chest. Noticing the back, all the way up through the shoulder blades, and the whole of the back, all of it. Just letting sensations come to you, and noticing the arms and the hands, and the neck and throat, the head with its face and its back and its top. And then letting awareness hold all of these body parts, body sensations together in one act of noticing. Letting the body present its sensations to you as a gift. Receiving it all, the pleasant and even the unpleasant, if there is unpleasant there during this meditation. See if it's possible just to receive all of it, taking it all in as the gift of this moment that comes to you. And it helps to begin to notice your breath that's happening all on its own as part of your body. It goes with your body. They are together all the time, breathing in and breathing out. Each breath in a gift, each breath out letting go and ready to receive more. And for a period of quiet, allowing yourself to practice attention to body and breath, opening up and receiving it all just as it is, moment by moment and breath by breath. And again, if your attention wanders, allow yourself to just come back as often as you need without giving yourself a hard time about it. Coming back to the breath and the body, receiving it all as a gift. The pleasant and even the difficult, and the neutral. Each breath in, filling your being with life and energy. Each breath out, letting go of what's not needed. And as you continue the practice, allowing yourself to explore the possible spontaneous sense of gratitude that comes as you receive each moment as a gift, and take in the whole of your life. Zoom out and consider the whole of your life coming to you as a gift, breath by breath, moment by moment, day by day, and year by year. Your breath and your body is always there. You can always return to just a simple awareness of that. And as we complete this meditation, allowing yourself a few moments of simple return to breath and body, perhaps aware of a spontaneous sense of gratitude that comes when you just pause and take in what's given to you each moment. So imagine there was a camera, and this camera took in pictures whenever you wanted. All you had to do was just kind of mentally turn towards it. And this camera was so developed that when it took in a picture, a snapshot, the picture might even have a sense of flowing time and energy attached to it. And it might actually link to emotions and things that are important, values. It might capture the values of that moment. It might capture all of the life energy in that moment. And then it would store it not just on a disk or on a piece of paper, but it would store it in your living tissue as a felt experience that you could recall anytime. And you wouldn't even have to scrapbook or collate or remember, like organize or label the pictures. You could just call them up anytime and have all of that. And this camera is built into you. It's called your brain, your eyes. And um, so, one of the ways to practice gratitude is just to take in and receive and cherish what's given with this self that is the most highly developed camera that we know of. And that's just one aspect of ourself. Doesn't even include our body sensations, but just our eyes, capturing moments, storing them. My son was telling me not too long ago that researchers have shown that those people who go to concerts and then watch this, like, take a movie of it, actually remember the experience less vividly because they're forgetting the better camera, which is self, and they're kind of assigning the remembering to a device, which is great. It's great to have these. But this is the actual recording device of our life experience. It's a self, it's a body, it's a brain, it's a system of feelings and sensations. And, pausing to kind of notice that and be aware of what a gift we have to be able to accumulate and store a felt sense of life's meaning and purpose and connections, that might inspire a sense of gratitude. So thank you again for spending a little time with me, and hope this is helpful. I plan to be back tomorrow morning at 7, and wishing all of you health and being a sense of being at ease in your own life experience, and where you're troubled, that you bring attention and awareness and compassion to self and others as you work through things. Again, thank you. Bye.